I now want to dive more deeply into really the costs and what it costs for the keywords when it comes to Bing ads and what you should expect. So I want to go dive really more deeply into that within this video for you. So right here, I'm going to type in, let's just say microphone for an example here. I'm going to get some suggestions right now, and what's going to come up is then I guess for whatever reason, one keyword came up here for just microphone. And right here, the suggested bid then is $1.14. So when it comes to cost per click, you're of course then paying per the click. So when someone is then typing into, say, Bing or some other search engine that Bing is affiliated with, and they type that in and they click your ad, then you're going to be charged this amount right here. Whatever this is, that's going to be the suggested bid. And just kind of give you an idea of really how that varies as far as the cost. I'm going to try to go on one of the most expensive ones that I can think of. I'm going to just type in insurance, kind of try to get an idea. And as you can see here, the word insurance coming up on Bing, that's going to cost, person $16.54 per click. So as you can see here, the total costs can completely vary. You can get them, as cheap as, I've seen them as cheap as like about 3 cents, all the way up to, of course, like I said before, hundreds of dollars. So it really just depends on what you're going after. Now, when it comes to insurance, when someone's typing insurance, chances are they're probably looking for a new insurance. And, if there's money involved in the keyword, meaning if someone's looking to make a purchase, then you should probably expect that keyword to be more expensive. That's just usually how that is. And let me type in another one here. Let's see how this is too. So when it gets more specific, a lot of times it's going to be even more expensive. That's not always the case, but a lot of times it is. So when I say life insurance here, it actually in this case is not on Bing. So as you can see here, they're still relatively, I guess you'd consider, high priced. So it really does depend, I guess, keyword to keyword. But I found usually in my experience that usually the more, I guess, specific you are with your keyword, a lot of the times it can end up costing more, simply because it'll attract a specific person that's in maybe a situation where they need to then say, get a certain product or whatnot. It's like they call them buying keywords. So if like a buying keyword is like, maybe is like the best life insurance for sale or something of that sort, that is someone specifically looking to buy, life insurance based on what they're searching in. And because of that, people are willing to pay a lot more for that than just, say, a broad keyword such as insurance, which, I think when people are looking that up, usually they're probably looking for insurance, but that does not mean that they're looking to buy it right now. So usually that's just going to mean that people are not going to be paying as much. So just keep that in mind as well. So another thing too, when it just comes to the cost as well, I want to kind of show you my campaign so you can kind of get an idea. Now this is actually not specifically per se mine. This is for a client of mine. So these aren't my ads. These are just a client of mine. And you'll see that the cost per click is going to definitely vary. Now, what's really interesting about the actual campaign itself is that I have multiple different ads going, so we can really get a really good idea of exactly what is looking good and whatnot. So, and something to note too is once you're doing Bing ads and whatnot, they're going to be constantly kind of bombarding you with some stuff. And now I shouldn't say bombard, like that sounds like a bad thing. They're constantly trying to give you kind of updates and whatnot as far as like trying to give you suggestions too on what you can do. You can do that if you want. However, I think it's just best to kind of play around and see what works best for you. So as you can see here, I'm trying to give you an example of the cost per click. See, average cost per click. So here I'm going to move me so you can see this better here. But the average cost per click right now is about 82 cents. And on top of that as well, I mean, as you can see here, all the different ones here. So 85 cents, 88 cents, 83, 81, 91, 94, 62. So they really vary, and all the keywords vary. So again, this is more or less for our construction business, but these are all for the different keywords, such as like these and whatnot. So that kind of gives you an idea as far as exactly what you can expect. So that is actually, I usually target more or less, I'd call, I guess, cheaper keywords. So I think the most expensive one I'm after right now is maybe around $4. But otherwise, I try to do ones that are really overall good price. And how I've been able to do that, of course, is by using just the tools that I showed you earlier and just kind of finding the ones that are usually cheaper and whatnot. But in order to add all those keywords and stuff like that, obviously I'll be showing you how to do that within the videos to come as far as, setting up your own ad and whatnot. But regardless, I really hope that this video is able to just help you give you an idea of exactly what you should expect for really paying cost per click, meaning how much you're going to expect to pay when someone would say click your ad. So hopefully this was able to be helpful to you, but if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.